Good morning. Welcome, Deer Corner. Welcome to the cabin. Watching a little bit of TV before we head out, but we got 2 more weeks to go, and deer season opens up here. But I'm one of the fortunate ones. My kids are fortunate. I grown up. My backyard was the woods. Open fields and woods, that's what we played in. That was our park. And I become basically a woodsman hunter because of that. I just grown up that way. And when you're going out in the woods, you're looking at the signs that the deer leave, trying to read the trails, trying to understand what the deer are doing. And you're trying to figure out what the buck's, and you're trying to outsmart the buck, and he's trying to outsmart you. And your older bucks, your mature deer, they're pretty smart, and or they didn't get that age for a reason. And you're trying to achieve to harvest a buck or a doe. And you're learning, and you're achieving, and you're making a memory, basically. Because see, all deer are different, all bucks are different. So you may harvest one buck, but then the next buck have a totally different lifestyle. And I'll bring that up in a little bit, but it's like the buck I'm chasing, starting this season, and the buck my son's chasing. They got 2 different attitudes, but it takes time and work. But you achieve satisfaction, and it stays with you a lifetime. So, you know, I could sit there and go on and on about woodsman and what it means to be a woodsman, and there's a whole lot to being a woodsman than just hunting. It's being able to survive out in the woods. We did growing up. My first tent growing up was made out of black plastic, but we loved it. But yeah, woodsman hunting's this actually is a chore. It's history, it's learning, and every year you get better and better at it. But it's like the buck I'm hunting this year. I've been watching him out through the years. We've been letting him walk through the years, but he's at the point now that we can take him out. But this buck's different. He zigzags when he moves. He may go 40, 50 yards, stop, look around, don't move for a while, then move another 40, 50 yards in another direction, stop, look around, and then move again. He's a zigzag deer. Also, he's an early feeder, early morning feeder. He starts feeding heavy about 1 in the morning, and all the way up to like 8 or 9 in the morning. He's a heavy feeder in the morning. Then he lays down. Then he gets back up. So this deer, your best opportunity is going to go, I'm saying, between 1 and dark in the afternoon, after he's laid down and gets up to go back out to feed again. Now my boy's deer, he's going after totally different deer. Point A to point B, he's straight moving. And he don't zigzag, he knows where he's going, and that's where he goes. He feeds heavy in the evenings and nights. He feeds heavy. Then he lays down early. So that's a different deer, totally different attitude. The deer has a totally different lifestyle. So these are 2 bucks we're chasing that have 2 different lifestyles. And being a woodsman, you start figuring this stuff out, how deer act and how they move. So I just enjoy being out in the woods. However you want to hunt, that's fine. Just get out and hunt. We need to hunt. We need to keep the deer in check. Whether you're hunting over bait or you're hunting over a food plot, it doesn't matter to me. As long as we keep deer in check. But woodsman hunting, yeah, it takes time. A lot of years. Unfortunately, my son, he grown up. I can remember taking him out in the woods at 7, 8 years old. I carry him on my back many a times. But he played in the creek a lot. He loved the creek. Get muddy and sopping wet from head to toe up and down the creek. But he learned right away what poison ivy was. He learned right away what poison oak was. By the age of 10, he could tell you what oak trees were, what they were. Cedar trees, elm trees, maple trees. But he had a life like I did out in the woods, and he enjoys being a woodsman hunter, chasing deer, trying to figure them out, trying to outsmart them. So that's the way I hunt. That's all I am, a woodsman deer. I tried food plots, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. So I let the food plot go. Let it grow up to be a whatever it is. And it holds deer. Deer feed in it all winter long. And it gives deer cover now. But it used to be a 7-acre food plot. Now it's a 7-acre overgrown field. But that's the way I hunt. And that's, and I hope everybody else has kind of the same attitude. So go ahead, leave me a comment, subscribe. I'll get back with you on a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Help the channel out. And just remember, if you're in the woods, just be safe out there this hunting season. If you're supposed to wear orange, wear orange. And accidents do happen. And they will keep happening. Just remember that. They'll keep happening. And we'll see you again.